AndyCine have sent me two products. One of them is the LED light and the other one is a microphone for me to review. So let's have a look at these products and what I think about them. This is ArtIsRight. Before we start, subscribe if you're new and hit on the bell icon so you'll be notified every time I upload cool new videos like this. AndyCine sent me these products for review. They did not have the opportunity to approve this video before it went live, and all the opinions you're about to hear are my own. Starting with their R2 light. The price point for this light is really awesome. It's around $25 to $30, which I think it's a really affordable price range. This can be used as a video light. For instance, if you are a videographer and you want to have a continuous white light in different color temperatures, you can do that. If you're a photographer, you need help with your camera focusing in low light situation, this would be perfect. And I mean, as a photographer, let me put it this way. I photograph a lot of events, and a lot of times I'm in the parking lot out there somewhere after I photograph an event. It's dark. If you put a Velcro on here and you just attach this, for example, to your trunk lid or to the opening of your car, then now you have an extra light that you can use to pack your belongings, which is really cool. There are different modes that you can run on this light, and it has a built-in battery. It charges via USB-C. They don't provide the USB-C cable nor the power adapter, but I mean, if you already use any device with USB-C, you generally can use those plug-in cables to charge these anyway. That won't be a problem. What I also like about this is the continuous white light mode. For instance, I have this set right now to 6500 Kelvin, and based on what AndyCine have said on their website, this has a CRI, or a color rendering index, of 95 plus, which is supposed to be really good for LED, meaning that it is accurate. So what you can do is get a few of these, and if you do printing, if you want to compare the print to your display, you can certainly use this to compare your print in studio, and I think that this is a great compelling option. For instance, if you get two of them together, you can have them kind of like left to right and feather them out a little bit and do that, or add three. And these would be a really great cheap solution that you can use for print viewing. You can take them on the road with you. You can use as a photographer. You can use as a video light. In fact, I use these as a background light on a few of my videos, and I think they're really awesome. The battery on these at maximum power will last around 2 hours, and I was able to get around that much when I'm using to film these videos. So I have it on full blast on purple color, and it lasts pretty long. On minimum, they say that this should last around 15 hours. I haven't tested that out. It also comes with different modes. For example, this is the white light one. You can certainly go in and choose the color mode, so you can change the different color rendation. So if you want it to be purple, you can. You want it to be green, you can certainly do that. And it just cycles through all the colors that you're seeing right now. There's also different effect modes, and there are up to 20 different effects that you can choose on this, which I find very interesting. For example, there's like the TV light mode, candle mode. So there's all these different modes that you can go in and choose if you want to enhance your scene. I think there's also a cop car mode or ambulance mode, so you can have that kind of reflecting light, especially if you're just doing a smaller set shoot. These would be a really cool tool just to have that can do all those kind of things. So yeah, I really like these light a lot, and I think the price point is really awesome. And personally, I throw these in my bag every time I go through a shoot, just because, like I said, if you need an extra light, you need to see what's in your bag, these are perfect for it. Next up is the AndyCine microphone AC-M1. And this is what the microphone looks like. It's around 2 inches long. It comes with the shock proof, so if you move your camera, you don't have to worry about this making sound. And it also comes with the cable. One of them is the TRS, which links from the microphone to your camera, and the other one is the TRRS. This is the one that you can link it to your smartphone. And if you happen to use an iPhone, you need a dongle, but you can definitely get this to work with it. It comes with this pouch, a little manual, the foam cover for the microphone, and also a dead cat should you use this in a windy environment. Based on my testing so far, and you will see a sound test in a moment comparing 3 different microphones, an internal capture on a Panasonic S1, a Panasonic S1 with this microphone on top of it, and also a recording from my Sennheiser AVX with the MKE2 link up to a Zoom H5 that I'm doing the sound recording on. So you're going to see quite a bit of a difference, but I think that this microphone is really great because you don't need to have a battery on it. In fact, I use this to do some vlogging, and I found out that I'm not really good with vlogging, but the sound capture from this microphone just through the camera is really awesome, and it definitely does improve the sound that you get from the camera, as you're about to see in these samples. This is a sound test for video microphone. You will be hearing sound from 3 separate sources. One of them, to establish the baseline, will be the internal microphone on the Panasonic S1. The second one will be a Panasonic S1 link up to the AndyCine microphone that I am reviewing. And lastly, you will hear a sound recording from a Sennheiser AVX link up to a Zoom H5 recorder along with a MKE2 lavalier. This is a sound test for video microphone. You will be hearing sound from 3 separate sources. One of them, to establish the baseline, will be the internal microphone on the Panasonic S1. The second one will be a Panasonic S1 link up to the AndyCine microphone that I am reviewing. And lastly, you will hear a sound recording from a Sennheiser AVX link up to a Zoom H5 recorder along with a MKE2 lavalier. This is a sound test for video microphone. You will be hearing sound from 3 separate sources. One of them, to establish the baseline, will be the internal microphone on the Panasonic S1. The second one will be a Panasonic S1 link up to the AndyCine microphone that I am reviewing. And lastly, you will hear a sound recording from a Sennheiser AVX link up to a Zoom H5 recorder along with a MKE2 lavalier. So this is a little different. I'm on location and this is the Nikon Z9 touch and feel event. So this is a little different. I'm on location and this is the Nikon Z9 touch and feel event. So you can hear from the sample clip captured in my studio that this microphone definitely improved the internal camera sound capturing, and it does elevate the quality of it. Obviously, it's not going to be quite as good as the microphone and the lav that I have on right now, but this setup costs, I don't even know how many times as much as this one. And this microphone is something that definitely won't break the bank at $26. So if you do any type of vlogging, if you have to go on location and you want to keep things simple and just record the video clip and the sound on the same thing, I think that this is definitely going to elevate the level of production that you have. And if you really want to push to the next level, then yeah, you definitely would be looking at microphone that definitely costs more, that has the power built in. But I mean, if you're looking for something simple that will work, this is definitely the one. The other thing that I will also say is that even just filming in a studio situation like this, rather than just using the camera built-in microphone to record the sound and I can do the sync with it afterwards, I can put this on top of the camera, pipe the signal into it so that it's capturing better sound, so I can do easier syncing on the back end using the program to do automatic syncing. So that's another thing that you can definitely use these for. What I have done is use this with a dead cat on the camera and it works really well. It's not that big and it doesn't make you look like a professional. And if anybody stops you from using a dead cat, just simply pop this in and it's just this little tiny microphone that I don't think people will really call you out for being a pro, especially if you're just doing vlogging for having something this small. So anyway, I hope that you find this video for the R2 Lite and the AC-M1 microphone from AndyCine helpful. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Give this a like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you're new. And remember, in art we trust.